Yo guys, what's going on and welcome back to yet another video. So today I'll be reviewing the 90 rated Jermain Defoe card for FIFA Ultimate Team in FIFA 2022, or FIFA 22 I should say. So let's just jump straight into it. So coming in at 5'7" tall, ladies and gentlemen, Defoe announced his retirement on the 24th of March 2022, and in his prime he was probably one of the most clinical strikers that I have ever seen, especially from you know, like a Premier League point of view, as well as obviously him playing for Sunderland, my home team. You know, Defoe definitely in his Spurs, like in his prime when he was at Spurs, honestly, he stick a ball through the defense or a ball over the top, my man was getting on the end of it and he was sticking it in the back of the net. Absolutely no problem at all. So Jermain Defoe has been awarded this card in FIFA that you see on your screen right now as an end of an era variant, having contributed so much to the English game over his career. And in this video I am running the marksman chemistry style on Defoe, which boosts the card to the stats which are now shown on screen over the top of his original. And don't forget that he also has 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot, so he has had an upgrade on his weak foot or skills, one of the two, because he either has 3-star skills or 3-star weak foot on his original card, but he now has 4-star, which I'll get into a little bit later on in the gameplay segment of this video. Active until the 22nd of April, ladies and gentlemen. You can grab this 90 rated one-of-a-kind Defoe card by doing his SBC, which is a squad building challenge for those of you that don't know what an SBC is. And at the time of recording this, his SBC prices are 69.2k on PC, 65.1k on PlayStation, and 69.5k on Xbox. Please bear in mind that this was recorded the day before this video goes up, so these prices will most likely be lower than they are currently split on screen. The video is going up on the 11th of April, and obviously Defoe was released yesterday on the 10th of April, hence why this video is going up the day after. And this is the team that I built around Defoe for this video, and since this is his end of an era card, words are fantastic, I figured that I'd just build a Sunderland team for his last outing. So we have Ron, Thorpe and Hoffman in goal, ladies and gentlemen, with a back five of Dennis Cirkin, Luke at 9, Bailey Wright, Jordan Willis and Lyndon Gooch. Carl Winchester and Jay Matete sit in the middle of midfield, with Nathan Broadhead and Diaku accompanying Jermain Defoe up top to complete the team. So it's a 5-2-2-1, I do believe the actual formation is in-game. And the custom tactics are that the two wingers, well, the three up top, whatever you guys want to say. So Defoe, Broadhead, and Diaku are all stay forward. The two wingers will stay wide, and all three will get in behind. Matete and Winchester will stay back on the attack, and the back five will also stay back on the attack as well, just to make sure that we don't concede a lot of goals during the gameplay portion of this video. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the gameplay. So moving into the gameplay portion of this video, ladies and gentlemen, and Defoe Defoe's alright, he feels okay. He does boast an impressive 92 pace, which is 92 sprint speed and acceleration combined, with 97 agility. You know, Defoe felt a little sluggish, especially when he was like in the attacking third. It was rare that he felt really quick or really agile, so it kind of felt like he had like the turning circle of a bus, that kind of thing, and it just didn't really feel like the Defoe that we've come to know or come to find over the years of his career. Not that, you know, it's not supposed to, you know, the way he is in real life is not supposed to translate to the way he is in game, but the way FIFA works is if you've got really good pace, really good agility, really good balance, and obviously his body type being lean, you know, he's supposed to feel really quick. He's supposed to feel really quick off the mark, especially when he's like coming out skill moves or doing skill moves, that kind of thing. And Defoe, just to be fair, wasn't really doing that. Having a high attacking work rate, ladies and gentlemen, and a low defensive work rate, Defoe rarely made runs forward unless you manually triggered them using L1 or LB, depending on what controller you're using. But yeah, Defoe, like I said, Defoe rarely made runs forward, even with custom tactics set to stay forward and getting behind, as well as staying central. Defoe, you know, he primarily remained still. He didn't really, you know, move unless you told him to. He was often coming very deep into the midfield or towards the likes of Winchester and Matete to receive the ball before splitting it off to the likes of Diaku and Broadhead, who was already ahead of him. So like I say, even with custom tactics on, he didn't really do anything special. He didn't really do anything worthy of note. He did score quite a few goals for me and set up quite a few, so I will get into that in just a second. But to be fair, like, yeah, movement wise, feeling wise, you know, that kind of thing, what you look for in a small, pacey kind of meta striker, Defoe kind of fits the bill, but kind of doesn't. So just be wary of that if you do pick him up, because it was kind of annoying during attacks when Diaku, Broadhead were often way further up the pitch and Defoe was still like just coming out of the midfield area. So it was kind of, you know, it was kind of weird in that respect. So as I previously mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, Defoe does have 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot. This was more noticeable in his shooting when he was cutting in and finessing into the far corner of the goal, making the goalkeeper kind of reach towards it. You know, with his 96 positioning as well, Defoe always remained onside, which was a really good thing. Again, you know, during the matches that we played, he never strayed offside once, so it was actually nice to have a striker. Obviously, I normally would run 89 Antonio, but obviously I swapped him out for Jermain Defoe for this video. And yeah, it was nice to have a striker who actually stayed onside and who was readily available to receive the ball. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't keep up with play or make runs forward automatically, especially considering the custom tactics, but that's, you know, we've covered that. But again, he did eventually find himself in the right place at the right time, and at the time where I needed him to be to get like quite a few goals and quite a few assists along the way. He felt alright with the ball at his feet, so if you know, make sure to quickly distribute it though if you are using this Defoe card, just so he can like split it off to your wingers or your cams if they're running like an overlap kind of thing. But yeah, no, I'm just sort of like, again, I'm primarily disappointed with Defoe, or with this Defoe card, I should specify, because I sort of went into this. I did the SBC, and I sort of went into making the gameplay portion of this video, and I thought to myself, you know, this card looks sick. Like, it really does look sick. Like, if I just put his base card back on screen, you know, it looks like a really, really insane card. He's got really good agility, really good balance, really good strength. You know, decent aggression. He, you know, his positioning, his shooting, his dribbling, all that stuff, all added together. It's a really well-rounded, powerful striker card to have, and it's a really good nation, so you can link him with traditional Premier League teams or thereabouts, with the likes of maybe Henderson behind him, maybe the likes of Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling down the wings, maybe, or Rashford or something like that. And yeah, I just sort of went into this game, I just sort of went into the gameplay portion, and I thought to myself, well, you know, he looks incredibly well-rounded, he looks really, really good. But when I started playing with him, you know, he didn't really fit the bill. He didn't meet the expectations that I went into this sort of recording session with, and it left me incredibly disappointed, if I'm being absolutely honest. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I'd give Defoe a 7 out of 10. Not the best card I've ever used, but not the worst either. He may perform better with a formation that has two strikers, rather than himself as a lone wolf. Something like a 4-2-4 or a 3-5-2 maybe. You know, something that gives him a little bit more support, and where he's surrounded by quite a few more players to sort of 1-2 pass off and link up with better. Defoe did end up scoring 9 goals in total with 4 assists. I don't know why I tried to split that word up, but hey ho. A total shot accuracy and dribble success rate of 86%. He can beat a defender quite quickly, especially with his agility and his ball control and dribbling stats. And, you know, he can definitely get his shot off, and if it's on target, it'll most likely go in. His passing is all right, but again, like I said, if you've got players supporting Defoe with a striker alongside him, or a couple of cams up there alongside of him in a different formation, then he's much better to play 1-2s off. You know, so if you're a Sunderland fan, ladies and gentlemen, this is a one-off card, so just go out and grab it. You're not going to get him again. And bear in mind, the SBC does run out by the 22nd of April, which is in approximately 12 days. So you're going to want to grab him relatively now before, you know, he does expire. If you do need a striker though, who's going to get you goals, and if you play like a patient style, like a possession-based game, who waits for their opportunities, then Defoe will definitely get you them. Again, grab him, build a team around him, he will absolutely get you goals. So this is where I'm going to wrap up the video, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you so very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and the review, drop a like and share the video with your friends. Let them know about the channel, and if you're new around here, hit that big red button underneath the video as well. It massively helps me out. I am aiming for 600 to 750 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you guys can help me out with that, it would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.